Hi friends, welcome to the first podcast of Vic's Naturals, Peace, Health, Inspiration, and Prosperity. I'm your host, Victor Costa. Thank you so much to the Vic's Natural community for joining me on this very first podcast, and to those of you who are tuning in for the very first time. Thank you in advance. I wanted to start the first podcast with a story that happened to me here in New York City. I was taking my car out of the parking garage, and I was driving down the street, and I was on my way to work, and I was in a rush that day, and a woman was not aware of where she was walking. She was crossing the street against the light, and she was not really conscious of how close she was to the intersection. She wasn't conscious of the light. She wasn't conscious of my vehicle. And I rolled down the window, and I said to her, "Like I have all day to wait for you." And she said to me, "Fuck you." She raised her middle finger, and I felt her words. I felt her words go right through me. I realized that she gave back to me exactly what I gave to her. As I turned the corner and went to the very next street, the same exact thing was happening to me again. Someone was crossing against the light. However, this time, I slowed up my vehicle to the extent that the person who was now crossing improperly took notice of how distant I was from the intersection, knowing that I remained this safe distance just so they would not get hit by my car. And this time, the person mouthed the words to me, "Thank you." And so I felt those words as well. And right around the corner was a lesson. Right around the corner was fuck you and thank you. And you have a choice about which one you would like to hear. It's reflected back to us in our behavior. Those two things are right around the corner from each other. The way we act is what we get back in this world. The first woman, who may have been crossing against the light, not conscious of the other cars, could have possibly just received bad news from a doctor's diagnosis, or bad news from a family member, or had a fight with her husband that morning. Who knows what she was experiencing? And I took it upon myself to give her the energy and the frustration that I felt with her, and she gave it right back to me. The following person knew that I was consciously looking out for them, aware of them, conscious of them, and doing something kind for them. And I received back in return kindness. The law of attraction is in full effect every day, every moment. It's up to us to decide what we want to hear back from people and the universe. We get back what we reflect. Whatever we give out is what is returned. It's a simple equation. I hope you enjoyed the first podcast. I hope you tune in again. I want to wish you the best. Peace, health, inspiration, and prosperity. Victor Costa, signing off.